Thank you so much for coming out this evening to come and wish our very dear friend, and in my case also a business partner and long-suffering guru teacher, Melissie, and now an author, to be here this evening. Melissie, we're exceptionally proud of you and the work that you've done with this book. And I've been dipping into it, and every time I open it up it lands on a page and something jumps up and hits me, and it hits here in the heart. It's just absolutely incredibly beautiful. And also just to let you guys know that the artist, Hetty, and the original painting is in Melissie's house, so you can actually go and see the original painting, and you'll see that it's a figure of a person looking up and into this light, and it's just the whole painting, the energy just draws you in, and it's absolutely beautiful. So, and the wisdom that Melissie brings through, that somehow she also puts into her bottles, is just absolutely profound. It's life-changing stuff.
If you make me cry, you're fired.
No. I'm not going to make you cry. But what's extraordinary about this particular book is that it is pure Melissie wisdom. You know, there's no colour bottles. This is not about colour mirrors, because we know the colour mirror story, because we're all connected to it. We've bathed in the bottles. We understand the energy. We understand the gifts that it's given us. I didn't think Melissie could top that, but she has. I've got to tell you that what's inside this book is absolutely profound beyond words. This is the book that can change the world, because the important questions that we ask about life is in here. Just to wish you all the best, my friend. You are the lifesaver in my life, and many people that I know you've touched as the strand has gone on. What the seeker found in my case was I found Melissie. And I think we can all say we all found Melissie. You were what we needed to find, and you were it, Melissie. So thank you from our hearts. We love you.
To our extended Colour Mirrors family.
Cheers.
And have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. I really have no words for any of this. Thank you, Moira, and thank you, Priscilla, and thank you, all of you. And mostly at this point, my Jilly flower.
Thank you.
to two of the most incredible people I have had the pleasure and honor to be in business with. They are lifesavers, they guided me, they helped me. The fact that there's a book now out there to share some of the wisdoms I have been privileged to experience over the last 13, almost 14 years now. It's just an absolute honor to have you here. So thank you so much.
2 years this book has been in the making. And here it is. We can't quite believe it, can we?
No.
But it's been much, much longer than that that people have been asking Melissie to write a book. Many, many years, and many, many people have asked Melissie to write a book. No, she said. No, thank you. Or, and then politely declined. But when the flood of requests really just got too great, she started to say, okay, I'm going to have to write a book. Karani, will you write it for me? No, I said, this is your book, Melissie. So she got started, and then many months had gone by, and I said, how's the book going? She said, I've done 6 pages. Okay. At that point I said, Melissie, how about I come to South Africa, armed with my digital recorder, and we record you? Because what Melissie does best, and what she loves best, is to speak. And when you hear her voice, and when you hear the words that come through her, you instantly know you're in the presence of somebody magnificent and extraordinary. For her, the writing bit is not the bit that comes naturally. So we decided that we would see what happened when we got together. And what happened was that some magic was created. Melissie said, you know, I can't just start writing a book. What am I going to say? Where's it going to come from? She said, what I do best is when somebody asks me a question, then I provide an answer. And so this is where the format for What the Seeker Found came about. And so what we proceeded to do was to just come up with as many questions as we could. We asked everyone we knew, what burning questions do you have about life? But this question is, why is communication so difficult? In a sense, any difficulty you have with communication is a soul construct to try and get you back to your natural state, where you actually really listen to what the other person is saying without filtering any of it, soul to soul. Tune in and listen to the energy of what each person says, and you'll be much closer to what they are really trying to communicate. And what you will find is that what everyone is really communicating is, please find a way to love me. How can I learn to accept myself? No one in this room has ever asked that question before. How can you not accept yourself? How can you not want to be the proud owner of the wondrous gift that you are to you? This is what you came here to do. This is what you came to experience on the planet. Perfect human, perfect expression of the divine, magnificent part of existence. You cannot say that God created a perfect universe, that the divine runs a universe of mathematical precision, and then it got to my thighs. You can no longer do that, Melissie. Well done. You're an absolute star. We love you.
We love you. Thank you.
What kind of friends are they? They keep making me cry. What I do want to just add to all of that is that we have a new essence in the range. Because what Karani and I found was that there was the two of us doing the practical stuff. But there was such a strong energy of a third being. And so we now have a Yeshua essence, because in a way that was the information, that certainly was support for the information that came through. And what I think I want to say is that it's so lovely to have all of you here tonight, but it is so lovely to have my two best friends, my two pillars, because none of this, and I'm really serious, none of this would have happened without Moira. Moira brought Karani into the mix, and Karani is our scribe, but Moira's been the one that's run with it and taken it out into the world and in the process has become the most golden girl I've ever seen. So you two, and that's all I'm going to say. And the rest of you, thank you for it.
You're really good at it, right? All please to raise your glasses to Melissie.
To Melissie.